Hey, look, I'm a different person than I was this morning. I was in such a bad mood. I'll wait till a few more people come in before I talk about it. We're gonna head towards Coronado is back that way. Or can I go down? Can I get to Coronado right here? No, I like that. I like the name James. All right. Did that now, so I want to do it later. So it's bike night in Cape Coral. We went for a little stroll. I ended up kind of straining my leg and knee lifting 25-gallon pots of soil, which is pretty sad. But I got no sleep last night, and I was like in a terrible mood when we were. Was that this morning?
Yes.
Why did we go there this morning again?
At the soil.
No, to Emma and.
We didn't go this morning.
Oh, that was last night. Jesus. I thought that was this morning. I need help. So it's bike night in Cape Coral now. I can't really show you much of the bikes. I would have vlogged there, but I just don't feel like the people there were like very accommodating of that. So I just kind of gave them I mean, I kind of just wanted to enjoy it, and I actually looked at a couple bikes. Not like seriously, but let me switch this around here. You guys can see more what's going on. Can I get down to Coronado right here?
No, babe.
So what, do I take a left?
Actually, yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, actually I can because I'm right. But yeah, I was very hangry last night, as you guys probably noticed. We're gonna go down to a much more older area, the oldest area of the Cape. In fact, take a left or right? Take a right, right?
Right.
How did I get down towards the yacht club? Left or right? That way?
Take a right.
Okay.
Go all the way down, and if you want to go to the yacht club, then you take a left. If you want to do.
I'll just go to the yacht club real quick. Sorry guys with the glare. I'm just gonna be for a little bit as we I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let me okay. This area of the Capes was built in like the 60s for the most part. It's quite old for the Cape. This whole city's only like 60 years old, so a lot of older duplexes and stuff like that. I used to think this is like the nicer part of the Cape because it has like better foliage, but it's actually considered one of the more rundown areas if you don't live on the water. Like you can see these duplexes are just like older, and I'm not saying that they're bad, they're just older. But there's a lot of cool palms planted along the medians here. We got Veitchias, we got Thrynax radiata. I did a vlog at the beach. These are Latanias here. Those are blue versions of the red seed, the seed I got, weird looking seed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Windless hurricane. We got a feed sniffles too.
Yeah.
But I did do a vlog in that parking lot, which I think will be halfway decent. So but there's a lot of just older plants here because they've been planted for a long time, and this area is called Redfish Point. When they tried to sell the Cape, they sold it starting with this little point peninsula here. It's weird that there's an El Dorado here and there's an El Dorado up in the North Cape too. There's basically three areas of the Cape: the South Cape, the Mid Cape, and the North Cape. We live in the Mid Cape, like near the border of the South Cape, but These houses are definitely like, 15 years older than the houses that are in our area, at least. Yeah, you probably see Washingtonias growing in the asphalt that you mentioned. I'm gonna get it on the middle here. You guys can see these Latanias a little better. They look like Bismarcks, right, on the left, but they're actually, they're related. They're one of the closest relations to a double coconut. And you can see these lutescents being used for hedging. They're very effective, but they also host a lot of rodents. We got Tecosperma elegans, and you have, let's see what we got here, a taller, that's actually Arconophoenix cunninghamiana right here. See how poorly it does in the full sun? Some bikes there. Oh. And some Carpentarias. Then we got some Livistona decora. It's actually quite a little, what's it called? Not a round, little buffet of palms here. More elegans. And then we got these really tall spindles. Some people don't even recognize them as spindles when they're that tall because you rarely see them that tall. Those are probably 30 years old. More Carpentaria. And these are more Picabeans or Cunninghamiana. And again, they kind of pencil out. They don't look so good in the full sun. I'll go a little bit slower here just so you guys can see. But these right there. See how they just just look pretty ratty. They don't like the full sun. I think that it really depends on the species. That one guy, I've done it before, but I wouldn't do it with a palm that is marginal in your area. Like, you could definitely do it like a Sable or Washingtonia here, or a Royal, or even a Coconut, but I wouldn't try with like more exotic stuff that needs to establish itself a little bit better, like a root system, because with such a small root system, we really have to make sure that they need, if they need a lot of water, that they actually get it, that sort of thing. So this is going to be a pretty packed area because this is like Cape Coral's version of a beach. We had a lot of old, old canaries, old. Let's see, Washingtonias. You never know what you're gonna find here. There's that grill. With it being in season and all, it's gonna be this really tall Reclinatas. Can I pull through here? Oh, I'm going to now, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, cool. Thanks, Great Pineapple. I hope you enjoy the channel. Some bromeliads there, some alcantaras. It's supposed to be valet parking. So people come here to watch the sunset, that sort of thing. Make sure I have my Wi-Fi off. Okay. We can go back kind of by bike night, but this is like the oldest part of Cape Coral, basically. Now I'll go as slow as I can down the road without, holding up traffic. But so there's some really tall, some Carpentarias there. Oh, I got no one behind us, so. You can see how packed this place is. And so look at the Picabeans, the Cunninghamianas there. See how bad they look in full sun? They don't like it at all. This one's just been planted. It already looks like crap. Let's go down a side road real quick. I'll show you guys what these waterfront. Where's the best waterfront housing? Off Del Prado or around here? Probably right here is fine. Oh wow. Where are you from, Great Pineapple? So you're gonna see a lot of foxtails and royals here. It's probably and Adnidea the most popular. Yeah. When you mentioned that's why I figured the Elka trees don't really grow in Florida. Now they're all gonna be of various. My house is for sale. It doesn't have any listing things. I'd tell you guys how much a a waterfront house in this area would cost. I'm guessing it's about 600 grand, maybe less actually. These are all in canals with no bridges to the to the Gulf. So it's probably some of the cheapest waterfront property in Florida in a city, to be honest. Hey Bob, what's up? So again, sorry about the glare. I sometimes have no choice but to drive west. I'm gonna try and make it as less glary, as least amount of glare as possible. These houses here are probably like in the high 200s. Oh no, they're on the water. They might be in the low 300s. Those are original houses, probably built in the early 60s. But there's quite a diversity here. You can see all the coconuts, obviously. I don't really have to point those out, but more Carpentaria. I actually don't know a lot about the Elka tree. I don't want to tell you something that's not true. Although I think that might. Hold on. Oh, that was. I feel better. Okay, I think we're good now. So you can see more silhouettes of palms in the sun. Oh, that's nice. It was actually very cloudy most of the day here as well. But we got a lot of rain last night. You can see some of these palms planted up by the power lines. They're more picket beans that are just looking pretty from the full sun. But you can see, these palms get sizzled by the power lines, and people will plant them underneath them, and they just, the power company just comes in and keeps on trimming the fronds up. Eventually, the trunk's just gonna get up against the line. They'll have to just chop the whole thing down. But think about where you plant. Now you can see the latanias here. They're all blue latanias, it appears. Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be the way in California just because of its climate, but you are right. Oh. Yeah, I have the same problem, Bob. I have to kind of make sure that you can't plant anything near gutters or overhangs. Alright, so are we heading home or are we heading over there? Okay. And you see, this is not some tall beaches there. There really aren't that many short beaches. They get tall pretty quick. More latans, Thrynax. It's weird. There really isn't any rhyme or reason to the planting. They just kind of planted it because it was probably what was available in the nursery. You guys have probably seen this a lot in my videos where the palms don't make a whole lot of sense, but to the people at the nursery it does because it's the palms they want to get rid of. It was like their value package. A lot of nice big tall Bismarcks. So those are actually really nice. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens a good amount here. Great pineapple. So over here was the bike night part. I mean, you can't really. It's quite a pain to get through actually in a vehicle. Yeah, Bob, there's actually a lot of eucalyptus here. Usually planted not by any, like the city, but a lot of people find like rainbow eucalyptus interesting and a couple other species. The problem is they're not hardy to hurricanes at all, and their whole, like they just get uprooted and they tip over. It's not a pretty sight. They grow incredibly fast. That's why they're popular here. Good to get that soil out of the back of the truck too. So I went to a friend's house to pick up some soil, and I originally bought a bunch of premium soil, and now I've got kind of like, it's not bad soil, but it's really heavy in pine bark, and it's kind of bad for small plants because the parts are so coarse. You can get you just have to water it a lot more when they're younger. Less root rot though. This is Cape Coral Parkway. It's kind of like the original main street of Cape Coral. If there is any downtown to Cape Coral, this is that area back there, is it? Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, I bet eucalyptus is a lot more hardy to drought and hence more popular in California. You guys don't get hurricanes, so. Yeah, I could see that happening for sure. I would bet that, like interior southern Australia, like Victoria, like the mountainous areas there, are probably similar to Virginia, southeast Virginia climate. Eucalyptus neglecta. I'll have to look that up. But just copious amounts of lutescens as well. It's probably the most planted palm. They always put up these little barriers here. That always been there?
No, that's not always been there.
People just had like a hard time realizing that there was a right turn lane. Unless you can find something interesting on the way, like in this. You ever go to that shopping center on the southwest corner of Veterans in Santa Barbara? Anything interesting there?
No.
There's no Whole Foods store there.
I know.
This is still part of the older part of the Cape. I don't know. Hey, Zach, it might take a while for that to upload to YouTube. Yeah, I could imagine that, especially like Tasmania. You could actually grow a lot of palms there. Just it's more like Northern California climate. Yeah, Sydney and Melbourne are mostly zone 10, zone 9 interiors, but it's more like a Mediterranean. It's kind of like a hybrid climate of Mediterranean subtropical. They get about like 25 to 30 inches of rain a year, which is like not really, because not as much rain as we get in the southeast, mid-Atlantic, but it's not as dry as LA. I'd say it's probably like a San Francisco style climate. It's like a transitional, I don't know, there's only a few areas that are kind of like that. There's some areas in India like that. Okay. Oh yeah, you showed me that. It's probably just going to take a little while before it actually pops up. Oh no, did I just hit a bird? I would have heard it if I did. Yeah, Sydney, the problem with Sydney is not the cold. It doesn't really get down to freezing there, but it's the cool weather. Just like LA, it actually has enough humidity for a coconut, but it doesn't have enough cooling degree days. So in the wintertime it just doesn't stay warm enough. You might be able to grow one for a few years, but you have to get up a little bit. Even in Brisbane has them, but even there they're kind of marginal. They don't really produce like viable coconuts from what I've been told. You have to get up even further. I mean, it's a decent climate, but we have a high of like 70 and a low of like 55 or 58 even. You're going to be a little bit marginal. You have to pull a Corona, California. What is that? All right, let's see if there's any shops that I can visit here that are still open that are not.
If there's anything open.
It's not like it's the sun's still up. We'll just see. We've never really been in the shopping center. Oh yeah, that Corona coconut. Yeah, Hawaii definitely has the best. I always tell people that Hawaii is the climate you go to grow palms better than they grow in habitat. Because I haven't really seen any palms that grow slower in Hawaii than they do in habitat, except for like Caribbean palms, because there's not enough sun for them. They just can't grow like desert and Caribbean, and like tropical savanna palms as fast as we can in Florida. I'm just gonna creep up the backside of this and see what's going on here.
Holy crap! Why are we?
Sorry, I thought it was a whole green arrow situation. My bad. My sunshade. I just scared Ashley a little bit. That's my bad. Can't listen to that anymore. I thought it was just this thing, when you like that, I can't see the light. Hey, no name. You're not that late. Just hope that I trip this light. Yep, alright. Hollywood Bicycle Center. See, look at this little bakery it's open. What is it called? You read that? Lewis Bakery?
Yeah.
Bar and Grill. I've never seen a bakery with a bar and grill. Barbecue now open. They gotta decide what they're gonna sell there. Is that a Cuban bakery? Cuban bread, only $1. It's a Cuban bakery. Huh. Meat market? I'm getting stares by these people. What's up with this? Yo, it's Tony's Jewelry. I'll give you a good deal. Give you an offer you can't refuse.
Bingo.
Oh, bingo.
Let's go play bingo.
No, bingo is the most boring game ever. Sorry. If it said poker, it'd be different. I've been driving like 3 times the distance of here to go. Kind of want to go in the Cuban bakery, but I don't really have like a real reason to go. They've got the cakes and stuff. Some tres leches.
Consignment.
Not open. Yeah, sometimes Queens and Royals are, from the, if you can't see the crown, they look, fairly similar. That's why they plant them. Look at this car. It looks bad, but it's just a piece of plastic missing. It's still, I guess if you gotta drive, you gotta drive. Is that a Peruvian restaurant that we don't know about, like a mile away from our house? See, I told you we should have gone by here. How new is this complex? I know it's been here since I've lived here. Sumac.
It was. I start looking at what's his face.
Oh, so it's actually relatively. Anytime Fitness. Except for when they're closed. Alright, let's just go back. I'm curious. Can you look up see how late that place is open on Google? I don't want to. This Cuban bakery. Let's look up Lewis Bakery. Luis. Santa Tobacco?
It says 7 to 6.
Really? On Saturday? Oh, so the bakery's probably closed, but the restaurant's open. Alright. Never mind. Hey, Daniel. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna have to go home then. Sorry, guys.
That's not very good reviews.
Yeah, they're probably all a bunch of assholes there.
So stopped in on a Saturday morning. This was 2 months ago. For coffee and pastry. Pastry was very, very dry and coffee was cold. The counter person put cold milk in the
And they're
coffee.
sounds like a bunch of drongos to me. Hey, Viatran, yeah, we have a bunch of Washingtonians. We probably have as many as you guys do. Let me see here. Oh yeah, Kona Coffee. I'm just kind of going on I've never been down these roads, so I'm actually a little bit curious.
Wow, this one is. I would give this place a -5 stars, but it doesn't give me the option.
Oh boy.
This is the worst place that I've been to in Cape Coral. The lady, and then it doesn't let me open the rest.
You can't say read more?
No.
That's weird.
It tries to make me open it up in the Yelp app.
Yeah, well, this is the problem. Is like, this is a problem in Florida. I don't know if it's like this in California, but I'm guessing it's not. A lot of I've noticed when I go to like Cuban or Latin bakeries, I don't get treated very nicely. But then the person in front of me or behind me gets treated very nicely because I don't speak Spanish fluently, and these reviews are probably because they're from, a lot of like, gringos that have probably just not been treated very well. And I don't know if it's just because they just don't want their business but it'll hurt your business in the end if, people want to try new foods and then people, I boycotted Pollo Tropical because that happened to me where they didn't even serve me at all. Is that a cop? I'm just gonna drive down this kind of access road here. Why, where do you want to go home? You gotta go to the bathroom? Some drongos. Yeah, all these guys with these bakeries are a bunch of drongos. I watched like a few minutes and I would fast forward a few minutes because I didn't have a whole half hour at the time, but I wanted to see like what happened. But it was pretty hilarious. I know, that would be nice. People talk about that mountain range. Yeah, see, Zach, Dan knows what you're on about now. Stop being a drongo. Alright, can you get all the way to the skyline here?
I have no idea.
It's a Rottweiler and I don't know, some other kind of dog. A Chow or something. No, that's not a Chow. Shih Tzu.
They're having their own bike night.
Party! They got their own little dead end and everything.
Wow, look at all the cars.
Jeez. It's a beautiful new Tesla's going on too. Yeah, see, Ashley's all into that trash. You want to get up in that trash?
No.
She's a junker necker. I didn't realize you can get to Skyline from here. should go to Walmart and get my battery for my mom's car.
It's all the way in Del Prado.
I know, it's a long way. Alright, we're gonna have to end up going back to the, can I get on there?
No, you're gonna have to go.
Oh, it's so annoying. Why can this be a normal town? Alright, I don't think that plate was tripped, so. The new thing going on in Cape Coral and Fort Myers is like there's car washes everywhere. But when the economy will go downhill, half these things will close, I imagine. People love to wash their cars in Florida. Okay, we got clear sailing here. They do say whippersnapper. Usually it's an older crowd say whippersnappers. It's kind of used the same way as like an ankle biter or a sprout. It can be either like any kid like under the age, like, you know, any kid under the age of 13 pretty much. Sometimes it can be like a teenager. What'd you say?
I'm just talking to myself.
You were? Well, I can hear what you said though. What? What'd you say?
Nothing.
You didn't say anything? You're just talking, you're whispering under your breath?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, bogan I think is like a style. It's kind of like, I don't know, South Floridian car washing. I would take you guys to a car wash, but they're closed now. My car does need a wash, but we might as well unload the soil out of the back of this truck if we're not going to do anything. We were kind of hanging out waiting to pick up Emma, but she's being held hostage right now because they're out somewhere not answering their phone.
Oh no, they're at Moe's eating.
They're at Moe's on Del Prado?
I would assume.
Oh, then she can bring her home then.
Well, she has to get her stuff.
Well, she can get her stuff and then bring her home. I don't care.
That's not how it works.
It is how it works because I say that, because I say so. I make the rules.
I'm the parent. I have to go get her.
But yeah, there's at least like, what, 8 car washes in Cape Coral? There's 4 just downtowners, and then there's at least another 4 self-car washes and probably another 3 other. I mean, they're nice, but I mean, it's just people wash their car way more than they need to here. Like, they get the monthly car wash pass. You just put it in your car, and it automatically lets you. You could drive through it 10 times a day if you wanted to. Why is it like it's 40 degrees? I don't know. It's not. It's 80 degrees. Dan Chicken Willie. I was looking at new towels at Verizon. Those things are expensive. They're like as expensive as some of the phones. Nice ones too. Alright, I'll take the more interesting one. Sorry, Zach. Sometimes I don't say every comment because I either can't see it or I see it and then I'm driving and I can't really like comment on it. Safety first, my friend. We use a lot of terms in Florida that I wouldn't repeat on my channel, but we still find them funny. a reason I don't say it on the channel. You guys want to go to Sausageburg? They want to go to Sausageburg. What do you think, babe? Ashley's been to Sausageburg many times. She used to be the reigning queen of Sausageburg. Yeah. There should be. Oh, those are phone going off. Or tweeting. Probably not. I'm guessing that someone named their town Sausageburg. Should go look at that motorcycle.
I can't.
No, the other one. The Royal Enfield.
Where's that?
The one we looked at the bike night.
Oh.
Oh, Zach. Zing. Bop. There's a lot of weird names for... I'm trying to think of weird names for towns in Florida.
Here they are.
Yeah, party time. Is it the pools?
Pool's still there.
Oh, here. Hey. Oh, no. I can't roll back because, yeah. We have these people that live like 2 blocks away from us, and they use their garages like their living room. And they have a kiddie. So it must be a Florida thing. I don't understand. Might go for a little walk around the house. Well, we need to pull this thing.
You need to take this around back.
I know. You want to go around back? You want me to go around back? Want me to deliver in the rear? Is that what you want?
Don't be disgusting.
I'm not being disgusting. That's where we need to go. Zing. Bop. All right. I need to get some gas, actually. All right, so we're in my backyard now. I gotta back the truck up. I'm off-roading now. Hey Chris, I didn't buy an all-wheel drive truck, so I couldn't off-road it. This is me off-roading right now. I know. I like to get the truck real dirty on the grass. I'm gonna run over the playground. This playground said I need to take a tow rope to it and just stomp on the gas.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Let's do it right now. Let's go to Lowe's and get a tow rope. Do it in the dark. Sounds real safe. Yeah, we are kind of lucky because that isn't our property right there. But the guy who owns it lives in Europe and won't sell it. Doesn't care if anyone else gets on it though. All right, so as close as I'm gonna get. All right, guys, you guys don't mind holding on a sec? I just got. Oh, man, I almost don't want to unload this because of my. I injured my leg this morning. This shouldn't be too bad. Let's just see what we can do. Might hear me cursing. It smells like grass. I had about 100 gallons of soil I had to get out of the back of the truck. Three pots. So what should we do now?
Go to that Peruvian restaurant.
No, we're not going to. I'm trying to think of where we could go.
I had to pick her up at 9.
9 o'clock? 9 in the PM?
That's an hour.
9 in the PM we have to go. So we got to kill an hour?
I'm hungry.
Well, what do you want to do about it? We're not going out to eat. We have food to eat for dinner. Do you want to pick up something at Publix real quick?
Like what?
I don't know. It's up to you. What a legend. I know. Did you get heaps? I am growing a decent amount right now. It looks pretty rugged right now. I'm trying to think if I could my back porch is pretty nasty. You think we should show them the back porch area? No? Okay. It's pretty I don't know how to best explain it, but it's not the prettiest of it needs a little bit of cleaning up. We got a mango tree with about 10 mangoes. Nice. Oh, and Princeps seeds too. Tricky. I don't know how well those are going to do in your climate, but I hope they do well because it's a low humidity situation, so you should be all right. Jeep and trailer. Broke your deck. All right. So we mowed this area, so yeah. I don't know if it's called something else when you actually got to go down some zones. It's like zone pulling some zones back. All right, okay, I will, Zach, in a sec here. Let me get myself sorted out. Oh, okay. That sucks. Let me see what is going on here. Next time you need soil, let me know. Your soil's too dense, man. Make a giant pizza. I can. If I wanted to, I could just make a big grill and just fire up a pizza. I never thought about that, but now that you mention it, what do you think?
What?
Making a big giant pizza in the backyard?
We should just do grilled cheese and soup.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Why? Because we have to go home late?
Because I'm hungry and I don't feel like waiting an hour for...
Well, that's your own doing. That's your own doing. Grilled cheese and soup? You think I want that for dinner? Do I look like a grilled cheese and soup for dinner guy?
We've had it before.
Yeah. It's because there's nothing else to eat. What kind of cheese do we have? That Munster?
Munster and Swiss.
Is that Munster still good?
I don't know.
It's 3 weeks old. We gotta kill some time here.
No, we don't have to kill time. We can go home.
You wanna go home?
I said we can just go home.
Do you wanna cook the food and then it'll be ready when we get back?
You gonna help?
Yeah. Alright, looks like we might just go back to the house, guys, because we gotta feed Sniffles too, so. Alright, sorry. Didn't mean to. I wish I could stay on the vlog longer, but we have to go out and we have to go cook our dinner, so we're not eating at 10:30 again. So we're just going back to the house now, so it'll just be a couple minutes. Sorry, my friends. Make it very easy to. Oh, look, another couch.
Couch auction.
Couch auctions. Zach, I'm going to send you a Facebook group you should join that you might find funny. Yeah, Ashley is a little feisty.
I'm not being feisty.
She's feisty in the sense that she wants her food now, and then she wants me to go back out and drive this car to go pick up her daughter, which probably is not happening. So there's people behind that live behind us, and they have they're total drongos too, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Dan, if I call someone if I go in Australia and like call someone a drongo to their face, like how bad is that? Is that going to? Weird, Zach. Alright. Plus, I need to kind of like relax my leg. I messed it up. At least it's out of the back of my truck now. Alright. It's gonna be a minute or two to. Okay, it probably means like I'm trying to think of a American equivalent. Fool, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an equivalent, but so let's switch the camera around real quick. It's getting dark here. Yeah, I saw that, Zach. There, someone mentioned that the videos. Right.
I need the keys to get in.
Oh, what do you mean you need the keys to get in? I only have this key. You locked the door?
I didn't. It wasn't the last one out. You were.
Don't mess around with me.
I swear.
Are you swear? Hold on a sec. We might be locked out of our house. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, and Snuffles was out.
Really?
And I was trying to get him his food. I saw his food.
What? Hold on a sec, guys. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Yeah, he's locked. He's out? God, she got me good too. She's usually not very good at that, but I believed her this time. Anyway, so the reason we were driving around after the bike show was Emma is at a friend's house, and you guys saw me drop her off yesterday, and their family seems to never tell us when or where she needs to, to go. So, oh boy. Hey, Dan, this is one of those times where it's a good thing that you're far away in northwestern Australia at the moment. So you don't have to worry about them going off to some big city. But we've been waiting to like hear back from them, so I was kind of like hanging around the area that they live, and just nothing but crickets. And she doesn't like getting picked up in Ashley's car because it's it's an old. I mean, it's not a clunker. It works fine, but it's a 12-year-old Hyundai. She thinks she's so superficial that she can't be picked up in a crappy car. She likes being picked up in this vehicle. She thinks that her friends will think less of her. It's such a bunch of bullshit, honestly. But we got to feed the cat and stuff. So maybe I'll go live again if I can. If what I want to probably do is strike a bargain with Ashley, where I let her use this truck to go get her, but she's got to do something for me later on tonight. So we'll see what happens. Oh, you should see when Ashley gets crazy. It's scary. Women in general are a little bit crazy, but guys can be generally assholes. It's kind of like the way things work. It's just how much you can tolerate, really. So, but I'm not going to give anyone, relationship advice. Oh, she was actually crazy, huh? Sometimes those are safer because they're crazy. Your pick hasn't changed for me yet, but. And I'm 37. I probably have owned 37 cars in my life, most of which were clunkers. But I didn't care. I don't care what people think about my vehicle. I didn't buy this truck. Even though it looks nice, it's very subtle. It isn't like, doesn't have chrome wheels or anything. So, Bob, it's funny. I actually used to own a 2002 Liberty. I didn't mind it either. I mean, I've had a nice Mustang. I've had, new trucks but I've also had like, $500. I mean, as late as like 8 years ago, I drove a $500 Honda Accord with 205,000 miles on it. So what is that? 320,000 kilometers. That thing was so reliable. It's as reliable as this is. So I actually sold it for more than I paid for it. I actually paid $400 for it. I sold it for $800. The only thing I had to do is put a slave cylinder in. I didn't have to put a new clutch in. But yeah, I should probably go. I'm gonna try and go on later, depending on what the situation is with picking Emma up. If she doesn't want to do business, then I won't see you guys later. But if Ashley becomes a team player, then you guys will see me again, wearing the same clothes I was wearing yesterday, because I don't know, crazy like that. So, here, Dan, I'll show you something real quick before I head out. I actually owned a Prius for a week until they yo-yoed me. There we go. Do it while there's still some light out here. Are you out here? Oh, we can go see Sniffles. Let's go see Sniffles. That's awesome. Oh. Let's try and not use the flash. What's up, Sniffles? Yeah, I've usually just had a bunch of old vehicles, and then I finally started needing more reliable ones. I stopped working on vehicles because I just kind of got tired of it.
Hey, Sniffles.
I'm afraid the flash is going to scare him.
I started walking towards them when...
Yeah?
Because I had to bring him his food. And I got pretty close. I got to that bush before he ran.
Wow. He hasn't come over to us yet, but come on, Sniffles. Maybe we should get... We were going to get catnip, but apparently it doesn't work on kittens. Oh, wow. I'm sure feral animals are actually more of a problem over in your area, Dan. Hey, buddy. He looks up at us like making sure it's safe to eat. He's just going to walk away when he's done. We like this cat too much. Last time I had the flash on and he wasn't scared, but I don't want to chance it. It smells like coffee. You smell that?
No.
All right, I'm gonna bring you guys over to the. Did he run away? So I did some open air germination on Alfredii. You can see here they're popping now. It took a little while, but they're popping. You got there. They're really starting to go now that it's really getting up into. I mean, I need to weed it a little bit, but there's even one germinated there, and I'm sure there's more to come. So, and some coconuts I just leave here for fun. See if they germinate. So yeah, these are some real deep rooting buggers here. Okay. Oh, I forgot we have this gravel. I don't even know what to do with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna get going now. I haven't thrown any in soil yet, Bob, because part of selling seed is that I have to make sure that it doesn't germinate before it heads out, because then I can't sell it to certain countries. But there's a way to hold seed and still keep it fresh. So I haven't had any personally germinate yet, but I imagine if I threw them in soil, they would germinate. I gotta trim up these bromeliads here. My buddy gave them to me as a gift, and I mean they're nice looking. They have little tiger stripes on it, but this little guy right here, kind of fun to just hang out. They blew the pot out completely, like they're like coming out of the bottom here. At least this one's looking half decent. This other ponytail. It doesn't take very long. I'd say you could probably do it in a week if you really crank the heat up. But there's my cycads here. A little Bahamian cycad Zamia angustifolia. Actually, the other ones I have Encephalotus tegulaneus. This is at my buddy's house a long time ago. I think it's probably 15 years old. All right, guys. So I will try and go on later, depending on if I go out. If I don't, oh, look at this, an old Coke can. I'll have to pick that up when I get a chance. But yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully later, and I'll send a message on YouTube. You know, so I'll see what's up with the cat. So I will talk to you.